A lot of people didn't think that I was going to walk out of there. I never knew that was an option. To me, that was never an option. My freshman year was just one of the greatest years. I just had a blast. You know, school came to me pretty easy, and I got to play quite a bit of varsity basketball. Hopefully, we've been coming back as a sophomore and starting varsity quarterback. You know, looking for a great year as a sophomore. I didn't have any of the classic symptoms that you were supposed to have. I started getting tired, and so Mom and I more or less went to the doctor just to, you know, if I needed a shot or needed to get on some medicine, let's just get this taken care of. Not even knowing anything serious was wrong. They basically told me then, as soon as they did the biopsy, they checked it right away and said, you have cancer. Numbness was, you know, for days. It's just like you don't even know what to think, because, you know, at that time I was 15. You know, you heard of cancer. Yeah, certain people have cancer, but that doesn't happen to me. You know, that happens to other people. Managing a farm or ranch is a risky business in the first place, but when a family has to go through something like this, and you're taking away labor at the exact same time that you're taking out massive amounts of capital, it obviously doesn't just affect me, it affects everyone in the family. And my older brother is exactly a year and a week older than me. So when I was diagnosed, he was 16, I was 15, and Mom and Dad were spending so much time running around with me that someone needed to take a hold of the farm. That's exactly what he did. He wasn't a high school kid anymore, you know. He just went to being an adult. You don't have the slightest clue what you're capable of until you have to. I mean, and I guess that speaks to your mind and body both, whether it's, you know, pain tolerance or, you know, your mental strength on, we got to get through this. If people think that they can't, or it's too hard or whatever, you're not even tapping the slightest bit of your physical and mental strength until you absolutely have to. My foundation raises money for youth cancer survivors and their families to support them financially when they choose to go on to college. I gave my first 2 scholarships here in my hometown of Lake Preston, and it wasn't much. Those first 2, I didn't really have much fundraised, and I just gave them each a scholarship, and you could tell how appreciative they were and their families were and everything else, because I think they knew my story as well, and it was, I don't know, kind of between us that, you know, I recognize what you went through. There was a point where the doctors started giving me more pain medicine if I wanted it. They didn't make me do my physical therapy, and when you look at the percent chance that I had with everything going on, it wasn't good. And I think probably that's part of the reason I'm still here, is maybe I wasn't supposed to make it, but no one told me that. Like, I didn't know. It just wasn't an option.